So Luke in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, see more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. And your brother Bo contacted me and asked me to pick up this collection called American Dream. So I did, and now you're ordering a pair for me. You're getting the American Dream number 31 color 2, which is a Merlot color, I believe they call it. Bordeaux, Merlot, one of the wine colors. It's a reddish brown, that's what it is. And I couldn't help but notice, so your brother Bo and you're Luke. Now, are you like Luke Duke? Now, it says you're from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Are you originally from Hazard, Kentucky? But anyway, I digress. This is installment 454 of my 250 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So now that I will program this number into the computer. So years from now, if you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home. You don't have to mail this frame back to me. I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses, one of which says American Dream. And I'm going to put it into the tracing element of my blocker and hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up and it's going to go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy genuine, authentic American Dream frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase whether they are prescription or not. Now, Luke, you know you need prescription. And of course, these are made in Nashville, American eyewear, American made, US made, protecting US jobs. And the most important US job out there is mine. So just remember that. So I appreciate you getting this frame. I really appreciate your brother for telling me to pick up the collection. So that is the shape of the lens we'll be cutting, that green outline. I'm going to move this on to the next screen. Your pupillary distance is 34.5. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the plus button a few times till we get to 34.5. I want to raise the optical center height up to 22. I'm going to come, let me write that down, 22. We're going to go 3 above. And we're going to come down here to my lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 92. We didn't have to go too far from the last one I cut. Plus a quarter minus, well, you're the same on both eyes, that's convenient. Plus a quarter minus 2 at 92. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve, put it in the lensometer. We've got to put it on plus a quarter first though. Let me make sure everything is zeroed out. We are good. Plus a quarter. I'm going to rotate the lens around till the, till the sphere power comes in clearly. Check for your astigmatism correction. That looks good. And I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. If the ink is working, hang on. If not, I'll have to put more ink in there. Yeah, but let's put more ink in there. Uno, dos, 95. Because I didn't realize there was going to be so much math involved. Alright, now let's put your lens back in. There we go. And we got the 3 dots on your lenses. That is the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left. Plus a quarter minus 2 at 91. We're only going to spin that fine tune knob 1 degree to 91. And check your astigmatism correction. Get everything lined up perfectly. That looks good. Again, put 3 dots on your lenses. And we're going to label this one L. Now, if anyone missed any of that, let me recap. I'll tell you, that joke's funny enough for me. I don't care about y'all, but I'm going to find it funny. So, that's there. The reason I put those 3 dots on there tells me that it's lined up in there perfectly. That blue crosses the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that on that orange line, so I'm going to place those dots there. Get everything lined up. That center dot is going to sit directly in front of your pupil. These other 2 dots tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. And with your higher than average astigmatism, that is very important. So, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 stickers, 2 double-sided adhesive stickers. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick that onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now on the back is a little button that's going to do its job twice tonight. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet here in the arm. And let me make sure all this is lined up again perfectly since I moved it. Hit that button, the arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens, and then we're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Now your left eye, same pupillary distance, 34.5 for the left eye, so that has been mirrored from the right to the left. Same optical center height. Excuse me. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Put the 3 dots where they're supposed to. That's going to sit directly in front of your pupil, the optical center. These other 2 dots are lined up in there perfectly. Hit the button, the arm's going to come down. Place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the Edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses. You won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs to do it for you anymore. You can save your own US job and cut your own lenses. So the actual cutting wheel is the wheel on the left. Is going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that groove, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I'm going to wake up the computer. That is the shape of the lens we'll be cutting. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of your lens because it won't be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the rear convex surface of the lens. I'm only going to put a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to something, another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. I'm going to hit the green arrow, which is started in every language. The door closes. The clamp shuts. It's not happy about that. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as it's going around tracing the shape, and then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Now water has begun spraying, well actually water has begun running in the background. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry where high index plastic, regular plastic, and Trivex cut wet. Now water will spray onto the lens for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle just to wash away any optical debris that you see beginning to form on the edge of your lenses. But as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. It's 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high impact ballistic grade lenses, the same material that our soldiers wear overseas in their protective goggles. These lenses also have 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin there in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and will never need to be reapplied. Now your lenses are also, I mentioned they are polycarbonate, they're also aspheric. Aspheric simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is completely round in every direction, so it bulges, it gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance, which is no bueno. So these are, not only are they thinner and lighter, but it has a flatter curvature to fit in today's flatter curvature frames to give you the best cosmetic look possible. Now you upgraded to the anti-glare, which costs $44.99. It's 3 features in one. It reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, fluorescent lights, and the such. It's also a reflection-free lens. That's why it goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating. So when someone reduces reflection, so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your eyes. It makes for much better eye contact, or better yet, in the name of vanity, if you take a picture, if someone else takes a picture with a flash, you won't see the flash lit up in your lens. You'll see just your eyes. So it makes, again, for a much better cosmetic look. Now the third feature of these lenses that I like, of the anti-glare, is that it's the machine that applies the anti-glare coating takes takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. And because the machine costs well over $1 million, because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on the lens to protect your time and investment. Now a little lever has come out. At the end of that lever is the spinning wheel that's applying the safety bevel to the rear concave surface of the lens. And that concludes your vocabulary lesson of the day. Now in just a moment I will open the door with my mind. No, 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 no. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It just takes me a couple hours. I just have to stare at it and concentrate, but then I can melt it. The only thing I can't do is think of new jokes. I remind anyone out there, if they can think of a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will read it to you on the air and give you credit for it. You don't even have to include your name. I'll recognize your handwriting and give you credit. So we're going to see if the lens fits. First time around, I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner. Using my thumbs, I press around and it snaps right into the frame. I'm going to take the left lens, flip that over to L, press that on there, put the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, and hit the green arrow, which is start. Again, the door closes, the clamp shuts, and just like before, the lens is going to be traced by the two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And look at that, with your above average astigmatism, you have no edge thickness whatsoever in this frame with your prescription and the aspheric polycarbonate lenses. So let me go ahead and pop the block off. I will continue to work on your right lens while the left is cutting. I'm going to dry the block off with my left hand, put the sticker on there, add to my artwork. Look, it's got arms. Isn't that pretty cool? So we're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the fine tune knob back to 92, 1 degree. The power drum is still on +1/4. I'm going to put it in just above that red dot. And I don't even move the axis wheel, the power drum, and we're at +1/4, 1 tick mark away from 0. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical field is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts in starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments, so 0.25, you're on the first rung of the ladder. You are far-sighted. With your glasses off, everything is much too small, so that's why there's a plus sign. It will magnify 1 step. Let's actually talk about your right lens. It will magnify 1 step. Now, once it's magnified to the correct size, we have to correct for your astigmatism. Now, there's a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like saying one person has straight hair, someone else has curly hair. You don't freak out when you hear that. That's all it is. You have 2 curves. You have a spherical curve on your eye this way, which is 1 step. You have 8 steps, a sharper curve on your eye this way. And it's how we line up those 2 curves to make everything nice and crisp. Without astigmatism correction, 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So we're going to turn that fine tune knob to 92. Now, a straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So we're going to go just past the 90 meridian and stop at about 92. And I'm going to subtract 2 minus 2 from the power drum, and we end up at minus 175, 1 tick mark away from 2. That's because, in theory, if you had 25 cents and someone borrowed $2 from you, you would be 175 in the red. That's where you are at. Now, your left eye, it's amazing how close your eyes are. Same power for your left eye, same astigmatism correction. It is an astigmatic correction. Now, this also goes by the term compound astigmatism, meaning that you have a plus lens here and a minus lens here. And we're going to turn that fine tune knob to 91. Now, these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, but it's amazing how close your eyes are. Now, this frame, this American-made frame, made in Nashville, with U.S. jobs by Americans, is $149. Can you believe you can get American-made frames? Some of these Chinese-made frames you buy at these big national box stores cost you more than that. Of course, no charge for your prescription lenses, and you pay the upgrade to the anti-glare, which is $44.99 for a total of, let me look at that, $193.99. You got a pair of American-made glasses made by American here in America with free shipping anywhere in America for under $200. Now, if I could only find your frame. No, I'm just kidding. Here it is. So we're going to tuck the left lens in at the outside corner, push down at the nose, it snaps right in. Take the block off, pull the sticker off, dry the block, put the sticker on there. You know what, since that arm's coming off, let's reattach that. Ma'am, I can save your husband's arm. Where would you like it sent to? Sorry, it's a line from Naked Gun. Okay, so we're going to come down here, turn that, surely you must be kidding. No, that's a different movie. Turn the fine tune knob to 91, put it in over that dot, spin back, and I'm getting plus a quarter. Plus a quarter, minus 2 in the opposite direction, and we're getting minus 175, one tick mark away from 2. So that is cut perfectly. Now your pupillary distance for your right eye is the same as your left, 34.5. When you combine those, that comes to 69. I'm going to turn the card around. When I place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens and then read off your left lens, we're getting 69 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, that I also mentioned free shipping anywhere in the U.S. The last time I checked, Gatlinburg, Tennessee is still in the U.S. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the ones that I'm getting. Hang on a second. Let me get over here and find my frames. Let me find my frames. I got them here. I got them here. Oops. Hang on there. Hang on. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting frame and theme music included. Dun 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 dun. Frames 007 in 2 colors. This is the Slate Color 3. It's kind of a slate pearl color with a dark green temple. And this one is called Horn, same color, but this is color 2, same frame, excuse me. Almost like a wood horn or a wood grain or on a horn. And these are great frames. Spring temples on both of them. Yours is made out of aluminum, so you don't need spring hinges. But I'm going to order some lenses for myself, and we're going to put them in here, and we're going to see how they look. Can't wait till I make those. Now, where was I? Flip this over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, the same amount of tension. Actually, that one's a little tighter, so let me take my flathead screwdriver, loosen that ever so slight. So yeah, now they close evenly. And that neither temple is askew. When I say askew, where they're like that, we're going to keep them level. So that's that. This is what the finished product. I send out not only instructions on how to care for your frame and lenses so they will last you for years, but on your case as well, and your cleaning cloth. So when you get these in the mail and there's a wrinkle in there, you know it works. I field test every cleaning cloth before I ship, because you don't want me to pull mine out of my pocket and use it. Let's use yours. This is brand new. I like using the brand new ones. So that's it. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com and on Twitter as freerxlenses. If anyone out there has any questions, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com, or simply click the contact me button on the website, or better yet, leave a comment in the comment section below, because someone else can benefit from your inquisitive nature and read that, and it may strike something that they never would have thought of themselves. So again, hope you enjoyed watching as I cut your prescription lenses with anti-glare for your American Dream number 31, color 51, I'm sorry, size 50, and color 2, Bordeaux or Merlot. And again, American Dream are assembled and crafted in Nashville, Tennessee. And hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.